This is Italian Football Lover channel, my friends. I want to talk about Juventus formation, Pirlo's tactics, and what are the mistakes of Pirlo. What is going wrong in Juventus game? Because Juventus is going so bad this season. Just let's start. In the beginning of the season, Alessandro, Bernardeschi, De Ligt were injured. They couldn't play. And Pirlo played on the defense line in the beginning of the season. Bonucci, Danilo and Chiellini. After Chiellini was injured and Merih Demiral played on the defense line, again De Ligt came back from the injury and he started to play on the defense in every game for Juventus. Especially on the midfield, Pirlo sometimes on the center of the midfield played Bentancur and Rabiot. He sometimes played Rabiot and Arthur. In some games, McKennie played on the midfield. In some games, Pirlo preferred to play Aaron Ramsey on the midfield. And Chiesa played on the left. At the same time, he played on the right of the midfield. And generally, Kulusevski and Bernardeschi sat on the bench. Pirlo preferred them in substitutions. At the same time, defense players came to the midfield in Juventus attacks and they supported the attacks, especially Bonucci, Danilo, De Ligt tried to give long passes to the forward, to the wings. Sometimes Cuadrado came to forward and Danilo, De Ligt gave Cuadrado to the long pass. But Bentancur played defensively. He played close to defense line in Juventus and he delivered the balls. When Bentancur don't play, Arthur replaced of him and he made same mission with Bentancur. Especially when McKennie and Ramsey played together in Juventus, they came to forward and got into the penalty area of their rivals' penalty area. And they searched for the goal positions. McKennie and Aaron Ramsey, and McKennie scored a few goals for Juventus. And Cuadrado was key man for Juventus, was key man for Andrea Pirlo. He centered good balls into the opponent's penalty area and he made so many assists for Juventus. Cuadrado at the same time, in Juventus defensive position, Cuadrado came back to right and he made the Juventus defense 4. After Sandro come back to team, he played in every game for Juventus, especially in the left of the midfield. Sometimes he played on the left back, Alessandro. He played so good, he was useful for Juventus. And in Juventus, Pirlo made some mistakes. For example, in Atalanta game, Chiesa was playing so good. He scored 1 goal against Atalanta with his long shot out of the penalty area, and he took 1 penalty for Juventus. Ronaldo missed the penalty in Atalanta game, and Ronaldo was playing so bad. He was so ineffective in Atalanta game. But Pirlo made a substitution. Chiesa out, Bernardeschi in. It was big mistake for me. I think Ronaldo should got out of the pitch and Bernardeschi replaced of him. Chiesa could play with Morata on the forward. This is my thinking. And sometimes Dybala played on the forward with Morata, but generally on the forward Morata and Ronaldo played together. But Dybala was so ineffective. He is playing so bad this season. At the same time, Ronaldo was not at his best performance. But every time he changed the game. He is a real star, I know. And especially I want to give one more example. Pirlo's mistakes. In last Fiorentina game, Juventus lost 3-0. Cuadrado saw red card 16 minutes of the game. Juventus played with 10 players. And in the second half, Pirlo made a substitution. McKennie out, Kulusevski in, but Bentancur and McKennie were playing together on the center of the midfield. After these substitutions, Juventus midfield was so weak against Fiorentina and the score was 1-0. before McKinney got out of the pitch. After McKinney got out of the pitch, Fiorentina found 2 goals and won 3-0. It was big mistake for Pirlo, I think. And at the same time, this season is Serie A is so hard. Milan is playing so good under the management of Stefano Pioli. They have really young stars, talented players, very ambitious players, Milan. And Inter is playing for just Serie A. Inter has been eliminated from European Cups, and Antonio Conte is so experienced and he is so clever coach. I think US squad is not enough, and at the same time I want to talk about new transfers. Really, Morata played so good. He was so ambitious and hardworking. He scored so many goals for Juventus, no problem. At the same time, Chiesa played so good. He brought good balls to the forward. He supported the attacks. He was so ambitious, so hardworking. But I think Arthur was not so good. He was not stable player. He came instead of Pjanic, but he was not useful for Juventus. And at the same time, Dybala's performance was not enough. At the same time, Kulusevski played average, and Bernardeschi, after got into the pitch, he was not so good, he was not so bad. At the same time, he was average. He showed us average performance. I think Juventus need a few new transfers, especially Juve has problem on the center of the midfield. I think they need one more good, talented player on the center of the midfield, and they need one left winger on the midfield, because Cuadrado is playing on the right, Kulusevski is playing on the right. Chiesa's original place is right wing. At the same time, Bernardeschi is playing on the left, Chiesa is playing on the left, but Bernardeschi's ideal place is right. They need, I think, one more left wing, left midfield, Juventus, and they need one more striker, Juventus. They need 2 or 3 new transfers, because this season is Serie A really so hard. All my comments like this, I talked about Pirlo's tactics, Pirlo's mistakes, Juventus formation. I tried to give examples about Pirlo's mistakes. If you have another thinkings, you can write under my video. Please open up your notification rings. See you on my next videos. Bye.